Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. So, your girl's been shopping and I cannot wait to share with you all my first haul from the Sephora savings event, because I have learned that I never just go in and out and be done with it. So let's see what we got on this first round, and then we'll see what we pick up as the days go on. But before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. If you are new, I would love for you to click that red subscribe button. It will mean everything to me, even if it doesn't mean anything to you. And join the Glam Girl Squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel. I really do appreciate however you decide to show up for me, whether it's watching my videos, watching and liking and commenting, shopping through my links below. I appreciate every bit of support that you provide to me in this channel, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get right into this video. Okay, so if you watched my Sephora wishlist video, I had a few things that I wanted to pick up, but like I said in that video, when I go into Sephora the day that the savings event starts, it is a whole experience. It's really like a self-care day for me. I go in there by myself. I have my wish list pulled up, but then I go store, products in store. If you want to come home with me, just call my name and I will add you to cart. That's how I like to roll the first day of the savings event. So the first thing that I picked up, really excited about it, is this. So this is going to be the Way Wanna Get Away, not even travel set. I was about to say travel set. It's not a travel set. Full sizes of the body cleanser and the body cream. I purchased this in the summer last year. It smells like vacation, and a body wash and a body cream. I ran through the body wash and actually still have about half of the body cream left, but this is such a good deal. So you get full sizes of the body cleanser and then the body cream. The total is $66, and then this set is going to be $53, and then you get 20% off. So when I saw all of that, I was like, I have to pick this up. I already have 2 body washes that I'm working through, so I'm gonna just tuck these away, and by the time I get through my body washes, it will probably be like nice and warmer outside. And then this, when I say this is like summertime fine, oh, I wish y'all could smell it. It smells, okay, let me give you a description. It smells quite coconutty. If you hear Sean and Riley, they're up there laughing, carrying on. Continue. It smells coconutty. It smells kind of fruity. It just smells like vacation. Like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, this reminds me of like a Caribbean island. Sun, heat. Your girl has got a luscious tan. She's feeling all like warm and sexy on the inside because she outside in her element. That's what this smells like to me. And I walked past it a couple of times because I was like, I don't need it right now. But I was like, man, I can't pass it up. So we got that. Okay, I want to save my most controversial purchase for last. I got the one size. This is the Popular Glitter Setting Spray. Okay, remember I told y'all in my wish list video, I said if I go in store and try it and it seems like something I might want to get with, we're going to put it on. We're going to add it to cart. That's what we did. I sprayed this on my arm and I was like, oh, at first I thought I didn't see anything. Honey, I let that thing dry for like a minute and then I was like, oh, so that's what we're doing. Okay, we're going to add this to cart. Is it still on my wrist? Okay, no. It's still, I put it on my arm. It's not on my arm, but I am wearing a long sleeve sweater. So we're gonna put this on. So I have a worn face. It is not the most upheld makeup, so no judgment there. But let's put this on. Okay, let me get get the first raggedy spray out, okay. Okay. I feel like I need to do it again. Oh, I see a couple, okay. Woo! Okay, so it's got the same, oh, there it is. I look like a glitter bomb. Y'all see it? All right, so I did put on a lot, okay? I did put on a lot, but I feel like I could get with this. Okay, let me tell you where I feel like you can get with this. Festival, Okay, festival season is upon us. I feel like you can get with this at night. Like if you're going out at night and you're like, I want to be like glitter bombed. I feel like you could do that, especially if like you're going to something that's more festive, like where this would be appropriate. You know what I also thought about this? For my bride. So when I am doing like shimmer on the chest, if I have a bride who likes a little bit more bling, this would look so pretty on like the décolletage area, the chest, your shoulders. I would for sure put this on in the summertime because, you know, I be having the girls out up here. So like I love to put like shimmer and shine up here. So I feel like I'm going to get some good use out of it. And the great thing about this is that it has the same hold as the original setting spray. You just got glitter on your face. And it's like a fine glitter. Oh, I got to come in close. Do y'all see it? It's so stinking pretty. Okay. And from a distance, like when I turn my head like this, I can see it. I actually am kind of here for this. I'm more here for this than I thought. Because I didn't put it on in store. I just put it on my arm to see like, what are we working with? I'm so glad I picked this up. Moving on. So I decided I'm going to try the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I wanted the bronzy color. That was sold out. I was very impatient and didn't want to order it. I didn't want to order it, nor did I want to see if another Sephora had it. So, and I kept going back and forth because I was like, when am I really going to incorporate this in my skincare routine? So this is niacinamide. It's going to help to brighten the skin. And I was like, you know what? I have room for you. So I got the mini size just to see how I like it. I also saw, I can't remember the creator's name, but they mixed this with their foundation and it gave like a really beautiful glow to the foundation. So I do want to, I want to see what the hype is. I feel like, if I'm being dead honest, I feel like this is something that's overhyped, that I'm going to try it and I'm going to be like, I have something way better that I already use. But it was, I do feel like I was experiencing a bit of FOMO. So that's why I got it. We're going to try it. I'm going to see what all the hype is and form my own opinion. Okay, moving on. We picked up the Say No Slip or the Say Slip Tint Radiant All Over Concealer. I got the shade 10. I am very excited to try this concealer because let me tell you something. Say is one of those brands where I am quickly here for this brand. They tend to send me PR from time to time. And that's how I've tried the majority of their products. So I am really excited to try this. I'll do a quick swatch on the back of my hand. It seems like it's going to be a nice, like creamy formula. That's, I would say this is pretty thin, but it doesn't seem like too thin. So we'll see. I haven't put it on or anything. So I will definitely do a review on this. Anything that I'm showing you, if you want like a dedicated review, leave it in the comment section. All right, then I picked up the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. Here's the thing. If your Sephora is like my Sephora, they had these sitting behind the registers. So when I went over to the area where these were, it looked like all of the shades were sold out. And I was like, dag, I know these are popular, but really? Like, really? And so I saw them and I was like, oh my gosh, can I purchase those? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have them back there so people won't steal them? And she was just like, well, where we have them at in the store, it's a lot of high traffic. And I think she didn't want to admit that, but I think that's why they have them back there. Because I'm like, why would you have them just sitting back there behind the register? You don't want people to steal them. That's what I think. All right, so the shade that I picked up is Poppy. That's the shade that I got. I didn't even swatch it in store because the tester just looked nasty. I was like, people are just, Anywho, there's the shade Poppy. That looks really pretty. I got this shade because I love shades like this in the spring, summer. So, you know, summer is upon us, or will be upon us very soon. So I'm excited to try. Ooh, this, all right, I'm rubbing it in. It's got a nice, like, thicker formula, but it's not sticky because I was expecting it to be sticky. Okay, moving right along, we have, okay, Makeup by Mario Lip Pencil. I told you guys I had a couple shades on my wish list. I picked up the shade Spiced Rum. because if I remember, the description is like a medium brown. I think that was a dark medium brown. So, oh yeah, let's put you right here. Ooh, so it's not a dark medium brown, but it's a, it's like a nice, like almost like a rosy brown, if you will. You know, let me put a little something on here. This actually matches the shade of Bronx Baby. I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Bronx Baby now. And this lip color is literally like the same color. Well, I'm here for it. I'm so glad I picked this up. So glad. And if you've never bought one of the Makeup by Mario lip pencils, one side has the pencil, like a traditional pencil, and then the other side has this brush here so you can blend out the edges. And it also comes with a pencil sharpener, which is really cool. I picked up a couple of mascaras from Sephora collection. So I love the Lift mascara. It's the mascara that I'm wearing right now. And then the Size Up mascara is like the most volumizing mascara. Both of these I think are $15 prior to the 30% off. So I was like, you know what? I'm not done with the Love Your Lift mascara, but I'm like, I'm gonna be done with it in the next like month or so. So I might as well pick it up now while I can get it on sale. And then I haven't had this one, I would say in a good 6 months. So I was like, these two together though will probably be a match made in heaven. Definitely want to try them together. And then, I'm almost done, y'all. I didn't do too much damage. I mean, I did some damage, but not too much. Okay, remember I told you I wanted to get another shade of the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Glow Concealer. So that's what I got. So the shade that I actually am wearing today, I used the shade 30.5 as my foundation today. And I'll just swatch 30.5 just in case you want to see it. So there is 30.5. And then I'll swatch the shade that I picked up, which is 28. I actually wasn't gonna get 28. I think I had my eye on 29.5. And it just didn't look like it was brightened enough. And so then I tried 28 and I was like, I think I like it. 28 has more of a yellow, like yellowish neutral undertone. So there is 28. So I think both of these together will be a good shade match. Like, it'll be a nice balance of a shade. So I can't wait to try this in the T-zone. But this is such a beautiful concealer. I actually saw someone today, Lisa J. I went on Instagram. Her video was the first I saw. And she was like, let me tell you guys the best concealer at Sephora. And I was like, uh-oh, tell me something I don't know. And then she was like, the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Glow Concealers. I was like, honey, I already know. I don't know if I would say it's the best concealer at Sephora, but it's really good. I'll say that. Okay. Oh, wait. I got a couple more things. Remember I told you that when I found out that Hourglass is coming out with a new powder, it's launching actually mañana, April the 6th for Rouge members, and then April 7th, everybody else. Okay. I then was like, oh my gosh, I want to purchase the Hourglass Vanish Stick again. I used to love this foundation, like absolutely loved it. So I got the shade Honey. That shade is actually a pretty good shade match for me. I haven't had this foundation in probably like 2 years at this point. So I'll do a little swatcheroo on my neck so you can see it. So it's a really good shade match, blends in effortlessly. And this is like a full coverage, flawless look on the skin. It's so good. So good. So I got this in preparation for the new powder. See how that made sense? That's girl math for you if I ain't never heard it before. And then another product that I wasn't even thinking of picking up, but when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I need it. So my ride or die, like, holy grail concealer is the Dior Backstage concealer. So mine is here. Oh no, that's not it. Oh no, I decluttered it. I was about to say, I thought it was up here. So I decluttered it this past December because I had mine for like a hot minute and I went to use it, I want to say like January or in December. And I was like, oh, this looks really dry on the skin. And it never looked like that before. And I was like, you know what? You're old. I've had you for a long time. So I'm just shaking it up. So the shade that I have is 3N. So I was like, let me purchase another one. Because if I purchase another one, like a new one, and I now feel like it's too dry, maybe it's me. Maybe my skin has changed. Even though I don't think that's it, because I wore the mess out of that concealer last year. Like, it was the only concealer I was reaching for unless I was doing a concealer review. Or like I was trying a new concealer. But if I was just like doing my own makeup, this was the concealer I was reaching for all last year. It's so... Okay, let me tell you why I love it. So this does have a more matte dry down. When I first got it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it because my under eye area is pretty dry. So I don't like to wear matte concealers. However, the magic in this particular concealer is put it on, let it sit, which is what you should do for any concealer because you're going to get the most coverage when it does have a bit of time to dry down, and then you blend it out. But for some reason, when this sits and settles into the skin and then you blend it out, it doesn't look as dry. It doesn't look as like worn on the under eye area. And it's the most flawless coverage out there. Like, it looks phenomenal. It's the perfect color, the perfect coverage. Like, I'm getting full coverage, especially when I let it dry down, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey or anything under the eye. So I raved about in my Sephora recommendations video, the Dior Backstage foundation still being a love of mine. This concealer, I can't wait to try this again because I haven't worn it in the past couple months because I decluttered it. But honey, I was just like, she's bae. So when I saw her, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to add you because I've missed you. So I'm so happy to have her back. And then I told you all I wanted to get a shade of the Makeup Forever Artistry pencil. So I got the shade Endless Cacao. And I was thinking to myself, like, Chels, how many shades of brown do you need in a lip liner? And the answer is all of them. Duh. Because, you know, each shade is different. And like, formula is different. You know, you just always need to be prepared. That's how I feel. So here is Endless Cacao. We're going to swatch it next to, oh, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. It's like a cooler tone brown. Y'all see that? I don't think I have anything like this. No, I don't. It's like a grayish brown. Give it to me. I am so excited about that one. Okay, and then for my last purchase, which is my most controversial purchase, I heed and hawed. I reached out to my Patreon. I said, Glam Crew, should I purchase this? I'm so torn. So I ended up getting it because I said, you know what? I feel like if I don't get it, I'm always going to be wondering. And I said, you know, at the end of the day, if I don't like it, I am not someone who believes in keeping something I don't like. They have a return policy for a reason. So if I absolutely don't like it, I feel like I'm not going to get use out of it. Worst case scenario, we're going to take it back. So I picked up the Makeup by Mario Master Neutrals palette. Here she is. You've seen her before, nothing new. So I am going to do a full review on my Patreon. We're going to talk it out. I'm going to see how I feel. I swatched all of the shades. Well, I swatched the first two rows in store, and I was so torn because the first row, of course, is going to be, you know, the lightest row. And I was just like, are these chalky on me or are they just cooler and lighter? This middle row here, I was like, okay, I feel like I can make these shades work. And then the last row here, I know I'm going to be, like, I'm not worried about that. So I'm like, 2 out of the 3 rows, I'm comfortable that I can make work. My biggest question to myself is like, how often am I going to reach for this? Formula wise, I feel like I'm going to enjoy the formula because I've had the original eyeshadow palette and the formula was fine. However, I did declutter that one because I was like, the formula is good, but I reach for other neutral palettes when I want to go for something neutral. And then as of recently, like if I want something neutral, you already know what I'm going to pull out. Groundwork's been my choice. So, I don't know. We're going to see. I will post here on YouTube when it's posted on my Patreon. If you want to subscribe there and watch it, you can. But that's my most controversial purchase because I heat and hawed. Like, I probably spent a good 30 minutes going back and forth. Should I get it? Should I not? Should I get it? Should I not? And I just said, you know what? Try it. If you don't like it, at least you tried it. So, guys, what do you think? What have y'all picked up? If you were at Rouge and you shopped today, what did you pick up so far? Let me know what y'all been buying, what you've been purchasing. I want to hear all of that in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you haven't yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad because we love to have you. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.